I got something to say. I got something to say. We all got something to say. Speak up, stand up, wake up, get down. Everybody in the world know your feelings. Sing a little more love and it's that easy. I got something to say. We all got something to say. Speak up, stand up, wake up, get down.
You know, I'll be dancing to our music. What's up,
I
Mimi?
be dancing too out there. I like that little song. It's catchy.
What is up? What's up, Africa? What's up, Mimi? You look beautiful tonight. Is that
Well, thank you.
not to say that you don't look beautiful any other night? What's up, Sandra?
Honey, I take the anytime,
Is that-
anybody get, but I take it.
is that titty hanging out the side?
Ain't no damn titty hanging out the
Oh,
side.
what is
That's
it?
a little meat. It is a
Oh.
little. It was a little. It was a little side boob. Get myself together. Honey. I didn't even see. I didn't even feel it. That's what's wrong with these. Let me tell y'all. So, everybody. Well, a lot of people know that I'm a breast cancer survivor. So I had the titties that tried to kill me. I had them cut off. And then they gave me some new safe titties. But these new safe titties, you can't feel them. So, child, I'm in the salon today. Thank God I had on my good smart, honey. Because I'm finishing doing hair and I go to take my I went to take my smock off. Honey, this whole titty was out. I was so glad wasn't nobody coming down the hall because child, they was gonna get a treat today, honey. Cause I can't feel nothing. They just for show. They look good, but I can't feel them. I'm ready to talk shit, and I had a whole little side boob hanging out. Thank you for getting me together, child. Cause they're gonna be like, "What kind of show is this? What is Montee MiMi talking about today, honey?" Shit.
Oh, how was your day, Mimi? How's your day?
Montee, it was busy. It was busy. When I tell you, now I know why people call Wednesday hump day. Get over that hump. Child, Wednesday is difficult. So I think this ministry us being on here on Wednesday now, we thought it was just my work schedule, but maybe it's because folk need to get over that hump. So we're gonna help them get on over it.
What's up, Debbie? Leslie said hers feel good. I guess Leslie.
Leslie always feel that is my own little piece of sunshine. I love having her because I do her hair every Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
I love having my Aunt Leslie in there. I swear people don't even know what she do for. She is so freaking funny. If y'all ever get a chance to sit around her, she is just pure comedy.
When I tell you, Paul Mitchell has gotten their money out of me for these last 2 weeks. They have gotten their money. So I asked for you, everyone, to pray for my boss's mom. She died last Wednesday, and so keep her in prayer. The funeral is this weekend, so there's a lot going on at work. But I tell you, my girl Kim and I, we've been holding it down. We've been holding it down, but we tired. We are tired. When I say we're tired, we're tired. What's up, Lavelle? He said, "What's up, Mimi?"
Hey.
I haven't even had a chance to go to the salon this week, but I'll be there tomorrow. You gonna be at the salon tomorrow?
No, I'm not gonna be at the salon tomorrow. I'll be there Friday morning. But I do have to give a shout out to Lavelle because I told him I would give him a shout out today. He's brand new to our show. He said make sure you say hi to him. So that's my he give me David Banner and Most Def at the same time. Yes, honey. Yes.
Well, all right.
A whole tasty treat, honey. Yes.
Oh my! She's talking about tasting, Lavelle. My. So anyway, it has been an eventful week, but I'm thankful. We're here, and tonight is one of the good nights that we do. I mean, all our shows are really, really good. And it's probably because I'm biased, because I think that we talk about some really, really good things. But I'm gonna tell you,
this is both of our favorites.
I'm gonna tell you this, Mimi. Last week's show really inspired a lot of people to look at their feet because like look at their hands and their feet. When I tell you I got more inboxes and phone calls, and it wasn't just from like young people, but it was like the older crowd, like 60 and above, 55 and above, that was saying, hey, I didn't know. And I was just like, yeah, that's what that is. Do some research. And you had some people that were doing some research, and they were really, really, teaching me some things. So I'm good. I think that I know we are doing a wonderful thing out here today. Every day, every time that we get
oh my God, the spots. But you know what? Even with that, because I didn't know that, so I did learn something last week. But I mean, just your hands and feet in general. When you go to the doctor, they look at your nails, because that tells a lot about what's going on inside your body.
They really, really do. So with that being said, we are to the part tonight that we talk about these letters, Mimi, and we have letters on tonight. But I want to know something. We haven't done this in a while. So what is our word tonight? We need to do a word. I feel like we need a word tonight.
Damn. I think it's gonna be damn, because them letters make you say damn. It make you say a whole lot of other stuff, but we're gonna say damn.
Okay, so we're gonna say damn tonight. So damn is the word for the night. Every time
I got me a good old drink. I done grabbed one on the way in.
You got a good drink. Okay.
Yes, I got me one of my drinking me some Jameson green tea.
Some Jameson. Oh, you're doing good things. So the word for tonight is damn. Every time you hear the word damn, you need to take a drink. It don't matter if it's Kool-Aid, tea, water, whatever. We just like to play the little game, and you take a drink. They'll be talking about she ready. All right, so tonight's letter, we're going to start with the first letter. And it says, what is love? Dear Montee and MiMi, I've been married for the last 15 years, and I must say that he has been a great husband on the surface. However, if we were to look at the deeper parts of him, it would really shock our friends and our family. When I tell you that this man is mentally and sometimes physically abusive, I found myself questioning, what does love have to do with it? Now, don't get me wrong. He ain't no Ike Turner, but he definitely ain't Barack Obama either. He has beat me in front of our children before for not being available to him when he wanted me to. I have found that just like Celie from The Color Purple, I just lay there while he's on top of me doing his business. I mentally check out and want no parts of him touching me. When I'm forced to give him oral sex, it takes everything in me not to throw up. Mind you, I have before, and that was another ass beating. His justification was, I must have found another dick to suck. I know you're reading this and saying, just leave, run away, reach out for help, just do something. Well, the real issue is I'm a stay-at-home wife. I've been for the last 15 years. We have 4 children, with the youngest being 5 and the oldest being 13. I'm monitored daily. He tracks my phone and my vehicle. The children love him so much that they would tell him everything. The closest family member I have living to us is about 15 hours away. The friends that we do have are his. The church that we attend is his homeboy's church. I'm stuck. There are some days that I just wish that I could die rather than endure the pain and the hurt that I deal with on a daily basis. Even while writing this letter, I have to be careful that I delete it from my email address. I did delete it from my email and phone. I'm so scared. I just don't know what to do. I don't want to leave my kids behind, but that may be the only way to freedom. I'm stuck. Do you have any suggestions? Signed, my name is not Tina. That one is a rough one.
That's
all I need to do. Leave.
Okay. Well, I want to say, first of all, to whoever it is watching, I hope you watching. You can inbox me, because I'm gonna get you some help. You always got a way out. Always. I don't care what's going on. We got people everywhere.
We do.
You got a way out with your kids. And the thing is, kids will adapt to anything. Period. They just know that's daddy. They're not realizing that this is not proper behavior, because honestly, I know you love them, and I'm sure he loves them, but not how they deserve. But what you're doing is you teaching them how to be. Because if you have sons, you're teaching them to be their wives, and if you have daughters, you're teaching them to accept this type of abuse. You are being raped. You are being, and it's not it's don't get me wrong. You are being severely abused, and you need to go.
Right.
Now, you might not have nobody there that can help you, but it's always people around. These arms, me and Monty got, they reach very long. We have a very good network. If you want some help, you just let me know, because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's no advice with that. Is the only advice is you need to go. It's time to make your exit strategy, and if you can't trust nobody there, don't tell nobody there. But you need to need to turn that phone off and make up your exit plan. And he might track you, but child, you make that last phone call, you get out of Dodge, throw that phone out the window and go.
You know, the thing with this is it was really hard to read, because my thing is, it's almost like she's staying for her kids, and really that's what it sounds like. I'm
She's
staying
staying
for my
because she feels stuck. She feels like she has no other option. And that's
right.
what we were talking about that in the salon today. We was talking about relationships, not to
Mhm.
get off topic. We was talking about relationships and how, folks say, well, damn, women don't stay like grandma and grandpa used to. I said, grandma didn't have no options.
She did.
Grandma ain't want to stay there.
Debbie said,
But she didn't have no options, and that's how she feels like she don't have any options. But ma'am, you have options.
yeah,
Period.
Debbie said
You
that
just,
Women's Protective Services will pick you and your kids up and keep you safe.
mm-hmm.
She also said they will help with shelter, applying for aid, and job search. I see that she's like been a stay-at-home mom for 15 years, and I get it. I understand he probably has controlled everything for the last 15 years. Please call your local Women's Protective Services. I volunteer for them. And so I can imagine that it's probably one of those things where it's a mind control thing.
Absolutely.
I had a conversation with a friend today, and she was talking about how whenever she was married and she was looking for a job, and she said that she wanted to work so bad to where she would cry, and her husband was like, well, damn, it's not like, oh, there's your drink. And so she said, I said,
I know, I got it.
he was like, well, damn, it's not like that we're ever going hungry or anything. Why are you crying? And she said, because she just wanted to be independent. She wanted her own money. She wanted to live her own and do her own thing. And so I totally get it. And this woman has been in this relationship for 15 years. And it's one thing that when you have to go out and you have to play like you're somebody else, when in all actuality, you're really, really crying out for help, but you can't trust anybody. So I hear you. And she says her name is Natina. I hear you. And my prayer for you is that you will have enough courage to get on the phone and call 911 one day, or perhaps call Women's Protective Services, or call somebody. I mean, there's all kinds of places you can go. You can even go just to a hospital and tell them that you are being abused, and they will put you in a room in the hospital and make the necessary phone calls for you. So, I mean, there's all kinds of things that you can do. Go anywhere that you know that he does not have an affiliation with, and make that call, and step out and do what you need to do to protect you and your children. The other piece that I see in this, sometimes, and I know that Mimi probably will not agree with me on this, but it may be a situation to where you have to save yourself first before you can save your children. You may have to leave for a little bit and go get your own self some help, and then go back and get your kids, and that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine, because right now you didn't mention anything about him abusing the kids. You said he was abusing you. And so my thing is, you need to get you some help and be all you can be. What do you think about that, Mimi? Just leaving the kids with him and going to get some help?
I wouldn't. Now, I'm not going to judge nobody's situation, because this one right here, now normally I'm very blunt, but this one needs to be dealt with a little more carefully, because she is in a very delicate state of mind. Me personally, I wouldn't leave my kids, because he hasn't abused them yet, because he's had her there. But you don't know what he's going to do when he don't, because he's an abuser. That's his pathology, period. I don't even know him, but I know him. So, yeah, if she's not there to protect them, who knows what's going to be done to them. I
Mm-hmm.
know personally, that um there is help,
Mm-hmm.
and she can get away with those kids. It just has to be handled delicately. You have to make a plan, and you
Mm-hmm.
got to stick to it.
Stick to
That's,
your
that's
plan.
and honestly, I want your name to be Tina, because Tina got the fuck out of Dodge.
She
That's
did.
what I want you to do.
She did. So that's our advice for you. Our prayers are with you.
And
Um,
if you need to, you can inbox us,
and please inbox us.
please.
Let us know. You can inbox Debbie. Debbie is volunteered. I'm sure there are other people that are on here that will say inbox him as well. So yeah, we're praying for you.
Yeah,
Letter
that
two.
was that was deep right there.
That's very deep, Mimi. Letter two. It's titled As We Lay. So I've been messing around with this man who technically already has a partner. There's nothing between us but great sex once or twice a week. Plus, he doesn't mind dropping a little coin on me every now and then. However, I recently told a close friend about my thing with this man, and she basically told me what I'm doing is wrong. I told her I'm not the one cheating, he is, and the guilt should lie with him. She, on the other hand, believes I'm wrong too because I know he's involved and I'm breaking up a happy home or whatever. What do you think? What do you two think? Sincerely, I counted up the cost and nope, I didn't get lost.
First of all, if the home is happy, ain't nobody stepping out.
Uh-huh.
That's
Uh-huh.
number one. If you ain't married, it ain't cheating. And that's just how I feel. Everything to me, everything is not black and white. And I have been. I've seen it from both sides. I
Mm-hmm.
have been the other woman, and I
Mm-hmm.
have been cheated on. And
Mm-hmm.
I do know sometimes you have situations where um people are involved with the wrong damn person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that you got folks that's white knuckling the situation just to stay in there for whatever reason, whether it be financial, whether it be for the kids, he didn't even say any kids involved, but sometimes kids would rather be from a broken home than live in one. So if it's working for him and it's working for the other person, no harm, no foul.
Oh, I hear you, Mimi. But this person right here came back and she's still talking about that last letter we read. Tashia, Tasha Wilson says, but before you leave, beat his ass when he go to sleep. Boil you some water and jelly at the same time. Pour it and run.
That's the No, we're not going to do that.
We're not
Uh,
doing that.
we ain't gonna do that because clearly she is petrified of this man,
She is. She
and
is.
that's not you don't. And then the sad thing is, we're gonna tell you what this current letter. I know of a young lady personally that her husband he used to abuse her so severely
Mhm.
where she would be hospitalized, and one day she had enough and she stabbed him to death. And they gave her 15 years.
Oh wow.
So it's better to make that plan, get your shit, and go.
Debbie says we're not assaulting folks. We get us and our kids to say, I totally agree. Speaking from someone that was in an abusive marriage,
Hmm.
to where I was abused and stabbed and all kinds of things, and I took it for years because I thought that that was what I was supposed to do because of the church, because I hid things like this woman. However, knowing what I know now, I would say that you have to leave. It's just no way about it. It's no need in fighting and trying to fight your way out of it. And let me clarify. Let me clarify because somebody gonna get on the phone and they're gonna be messy tonight and say, "Well, Lamont said that Jacoby beat him." No, I'm talking about the wife, not Jacoby.
Hmm.
I'm talking about the wife. Let me say that again because I don't want no mess. I'm talking about the wife. I was beaten. I was in an abusive marriage prior to Jacoby, which caused me to bring some things over into my marriage. So be really careful with that. But back to As We Lay.
Yeah. But like
I
I said,
if so I've
baby.
seen it on both sides. I've been the other person.
Mhm.
There ain't nothing I'm proud of, but I've been the other person and I've had it done to me. And when I got that phone call of saying that I'm messing with your man and all this and that, that's one of the most hurtful things that you can get. And for them to describe stuff and send you stuff in the mail and things of that nature.
Well, I ain't get all that. But I've been on the other side. I've been the wife that was cheated on. And then I've been the other woman. It wasn't a wife situation, but I guess it was a relationship. But I ain't gonna lie, being the side was the easiest damn work ever. I hear folks, folks want to put folks down, but that it wasn't bad because you ain't got to do you ain't got to do the work. You ain't got to do no hard stuff. You just got to screw them once in a while. And anytime you pick up the phone and ask for some money or tell them you need some money, it's there. You ain't got to do no hard stuff. It's just, yeah. So I understand. I know this ain't what the wife want to hear, but I understand.
You been a female woman, Mimi?
Hell yeah. Yes. I ain't had to wash no drawers. I ain't had to cook no meals. I ain't had to do nothing.
So in this situation, I'm gonna say this. I agree with Mimi. If the home is so happy, he wouldn't have never stepped out. Now, having it done to me before and being that person that it's been done to, it doesn't feel good. But we're not talking about the other person. We're talking about you right now, and you being the person that is enjoying the benefits of being the side piece, like Mimi said. So you're the one that's getting the gifts. You're the one that's getting the phone calls, and like Mimi said, you're not having to do the work. Debbie said her boyfriend got a girlfriend. My Lord. I mean, but if that works for you. I mean, so in some relationships,
some people need relationship assistance. Let me tell y'all something. No, that's what I call side pieces, relationship assistance. It's a lot of marriages where folks, because they celebrate, stand up in church. We've been together for 60 glorious years. And I've been sitting there like, them 60 years ain't been glorious. It has been some, but it ain't been maybe probably the last 20 been glorious. But you done had some relationship assistance in there. You just ain't know about it. And that's what's keeping these marriages together. So cheers to the relationship assistants out there doing the hard work behind the scenes. Don't y'all write in and say nothing. Don't y'all say nothing. No, I'm right.
So my thing is this: if you're counting up the costs and you didn't get lost and it works for you, it works for you. I'm not one that's going to judge you and say, well, the Bible says and all this and that. Because see, listen, what works for you may not work for me. And what works for me may not work for Mimi. It just doesn't work. But if it's working for you, then why fix it if it's not broken? I'm not saying that it's good to go up and tear up people's marriages or do anything of that nature.
But that ain't tearing it up, because the person that you made the vow to is the one, that's the only one that should be held accountable. Now, if they out doing stuff, that's on them.
But
I didn't make no vows.
You didn't make no vows. I didn't make no vows. So it's not up to the relationship assistant to fix it. It's to that person that has the vows to fix it. And so my thing is, there's no point in getting upset with the relationship assistant. Ain't no need in trying to fight the relationship assistant. Ain't no need in trying to run over them and tear up their car and burn down their townhouse.
Because all they gotta do is take the house money and buy them another one.
That's it. So let that girl make it. Let that boy make it. Or let that child make it, honey. And move on and do what you do and live your life. And so it is what it is.
Yeah.
And Debbie's talking about they've been together, him and the other girl, been together for 12 years. And I guess, Debbie, that means that you're the relationship assistant.
Yeah, you might. Yeah. Sometimes the main one turn into the assistant.
Right. And you know what? And that can be true.
Yeah.
That can be true. Sometimes the main person will turn into the assistant and the relationship will be built with the side piece. I mean, so you have to really, really Figure that out. But my thing is, I'm not here to judge you as we lay. I'm here to tell you to be safe, wrap it up,
Yeah,
or cover it
definitely be safe and
or do what
yeah.
you're doing, because he's not only sleeping with you, he's sleeping with the other person. And best believe if the other person knows that he's cheating, the other person probably got a relationship assistant too.
Mm-hmm.
Going on and on and
Mm-hmm.
on. So that's the piece that I want you to look at, is to make sure that you are protecting yourself while you're protecting your feelings, protect your body. Listen,
Absolutely.
because that's the only body you're gonna get. Now you can go
And
out,
don't get caught up.
right?
Know what it is. Ain't nothing special about your opening that's gonna make him act right. He gonna do what he gonna do. You know, why'd you looking shocked?
Because you said open it.
Because I don't know. I mean, I can't say man or woman. That's why I say opening. I normally I say, the body part, but I don't know.
Opening,
That's
yeah.
why I say
Opening.
the orifice.
The orifice, yes.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I don't know one magical hole that make nobody act right.
And it's gonna make them
do what they gonna do. Period.
If people want to go, let them go. If they want to
So
stay, let them stay.
So
And then
just take it for what it is.
What I learned,
If the little trinkets and everything is fine, just hey, just do that and until you ready for something serious.
and what I've also
With
learned,
somebody else.
you can't stop them from playing. They're gonna play. No. They're gonna play whether you let them out to recess or not. They're going to take one regardless. Let people be free and do what they want to do. No judgment as we lay.
As we lay.
All right. This one is called Torn. It says, I have a friend who needs advice and how to navigate a situation where they find themselves enjoying communicating with a person that they feel might be out of their league. The guy is the sweetest, most sincere and communicative person, but in their head, they can't help but wonder how it all will play out. I can tell that my friend actually likes this guy, but he's nervous about whether they will measure up to what this guy might be accustomed to. Do they go recklessly abandon, or should they keep their guards up for now?
Okay, I got a problem when people be putting folks up on a pedestal. What they not used to. What do you want? How do you view yourself? This is the bigger issue for me with this one. This person's not feeling like they measuring up. Let me tell you something. Folks are just folks. If it's a man, it's just a man. If it's a woman, it's just a woman. Everybody got their flaws. Everybody has their attributes, period. Nobody is better or too good for you. You shoot your shot. Either they want to deal or they don't. And if they don't, move on.
So my thing is, if the guy is the sweetest and most sincere communicative person, but in their heads they can't help but wonder how it all play out, don't try to figure it out. Don't try to figure it out. I think that's the thing.
They're probably a Pisces because we don't even want to be thinking.
Yeah, we create
every damn thing out.
We'll figure everything out. We play it out before it even happens. And most times,
before we say hello.
Most times we're wrong, but sometimes we're actually right about how it's going to work out. But the thing about this situation is, I think you should take a chance. You never know where you may land. Why not take a chance? I mean, because if they're communicating with you, there must be something in you that they see that they like. Because if communication is key. Once you have a person that will communicate with you, that means that there's something there. There means that there's something there, whether it be friendship, whether it be romantic, or whether it just be conversation. There is something there. And the more you talk to that person, you'll figure it out for yourself, whether this is going to be romantic or it's just going to be just friends. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with just having a friend, but I'm telling you to take a chance because life is short and you may run away from love. This may be the one and only person that will ever love you the way that you want to be loved. And you're closing the door before it's even open or before you even walked around the room to see it. Now, I'm going to tell you this. My friend always told me you test it out first. You look at it first. Make sure you're looking at it and make sure you're seeing it and make sure you know what you're getting before you get to it. Because sometimes there's such thing as a facade, honey. And the facade you see, honey, what you looking at, it may look good on the outside, it may be terrible on the inside.
It might be the rap.
It might be the
Basically, it might be your representative. And the thing, like he said, try it out. It might be the love of your life, or it might be the worst damn thing that ever happened to you. But either way, you're gonna know.
Take a drink, because she said the word tonight. For those of you joining in, the word is damn. So every time Mimi says damn, take a drink, or I say damn, take a drink. So my thing is, yeah, try it out. And don't ever just leave nobody there. Because then that makes you out to be the bad person. Mm-hmm. And you know what? You never know who knows who.
That's true.
You never know who knows who. And when you make somebody mad and you abandon them because you're afraid that you're gonna get hurt, then you hurt another person. It's called communication. Have the conversation. Stop being scared to communicate and talk about it.
I wouldn't talk about nothing. Just jump on out there, tell them shit. I like you. Let's go out. What you want to do?
What you want to do?
There it is.
That's what it
Don't
is.
Talk about nothing, because then see, sometimes when you talk about stuff, you putting it out there that you ain't too sure about yourself, and then you might get a game player. You might get somebody that's a little more skilled. So just jump on out there and say, shit, I like you. Let's go out.
Mimi, aren't you supposed to be taking me on a date?
Yeah, I'm gonna take you out. Your ass is busy. I got to. You let me know where you be, because we supposed to be going to Fogo de Chao.
That's what I'm talking about. We're supposed to be going to Fogo de Chao.
I know, because I want to go. I want to go eat. I want to go eat all the meat. I do. And every time I see the little ad, it looks so delicious. all that succulent meat just being carved off and placed ever so gently on the plate.
Ever so gently.
Child, my mouth is watering now thinking about it.
Your mouth is watering, Mimi. Yeah. So that's what we're gonna tell you, Torn. Take a chance. You never know what will happen. Maybe they equally like you. Take a chance.
Yeah, they might. But don't put it out there that you think that they, on they next level, because you got to act like you got to be next level. You might be next level for them. You don't know. You never know how people.
You know what? A lot of times people downplay themselves when actually they're the ones that's out the league. They got resorts and stuff like that, and they thinking that they don't matter enough, or timeshares and stuff like that, and the other person ain't got nothing, and they just like, oh, you got timeshares and stuff, but you over here thinking that you don't matter. No, you matter. You just downplaying yourself. I wish I could find somebody that had a timeshare or 2 or 3, honey. And it's not about they got
out there. Your community is loot. I've been thinking maybe I need to just be gay for like a year or two, get my finances together. Y'all's network is serious.
It is very serious.
I know. That's why don't nobody say nothing against y'all. Like you better not say nothing about them gays. How they gonna shut your life down?
Will they shut it down, Mimi?
Oh, they would shut it down, honey.
So the next letter, it says, we ain't getting no younger. Dear Montee and Mimi, I'm at a crossroads in my life and could use some help from you too. I'm going on 2 years in my relationship with my boyfriend, and I'm in a headspace where I'm ready to take it to the next step. Yes, I'm talking about marriage. The thing is, the two of us had a conversation about marriage, and he has no plans to get married anytime soon. We had a long discussion, and I asked, what is our end goal? What are we doing? I guess I'm perplexed as to what to do. My best friend thinks I should consider moving on if marriage is something I really want. But how do I throw away 2 years? I love this man and love the time we spend together. Thoughts, best regards, seeking matrimony.
Let me say this. To the men and the women. I think the only people that truly want to be married are those that have not been. It's not all this cracked up to be. It's not. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's bad, because some people they good with it. But just think about this. This is the only body part you supposed to be up in. or have up in you forever and ever and ever.
Sandra said, I agree,
And then the other part is, and this is me because I'm a 2-time divorcee. I had to take my cigarette out. I did.
Oh.
But it took me 2 times to realize that's not something that I want. I was a great wife because both of my husbands, they still want me. But I like, now I will say this, I want companionship.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when you don't have anything attached, and we now, nowadays you can have your stuff go to who you want because it's just legal paperwork. For me, the marriage was for the children, so we could all have the same last name. And I know that's a real antiquated way of thinking about it, but that was how I thought about it. Okay, but to have just true companionship and nothing tying you except being treated well, to me that's even better, because you could walk away at any moment if they treat you less than what you expect or what you deem is worthy. So folks are going to constantly be dating you and vying for your affection. So I believe that that's the better situation to be in. But I do understand some women and some men, they want that validation. They want to say that somebody chose me. But honey, I just want to let you know, it's just a piece of paper. It's and it can be it's a contract and can be broken just like any other.
It can be broken, Mimi. So
3 days to get in and at least 2 years to get out, and it's expensive as hell.
who you telling? Who are you telling? It takes, divorce can take forever.
Yeah.
It costs a lot of money. It costs. It costs.
Yeah.
So listen. Seeking matrimony. The thing about it is, my question to you, D said, no, never been married, have no desire to marry, but God holds my future cards. Companionship is my only desire. And
I
so,
bet you D is happy as hell.
honey,
She ain't stressed out.
Listen, when
Ain't
I tell
nobody
you,
getting on her nerves. She ain't got to complain about no wet towels on the floor, no funky drawers,
listen,
no
when I tell
phone
you,
numbers in the pocket. Mm-hmm.
D is living her best life. She's my client.
Yes.
She is living her best life. When anytime she be like, when she tell me some of the stuff that she's doing, I'm just like, girl, you living. Do it. You know? And like she said, companionship is her only thing. And I'm like, girl, do it. You are doing it and you living your best life. She living. But I'm gonna say to seeking matrimony, here's the thing. My question for you, and I wish that I could have you on the show and ask you this question.
Me too.
For the wedding part of it, meaning the bells and the whistles of you wearing this white dress and walking down the aisle and people cheering and crying and standing up and somebody getting up and singing this song Always and Forever, which is a damn lie. And then they up there and people and your bridesmaids.
The time you can't enjoy the damn party that you done paid for. Because you behind the scenes stressing out over everybody out there that's complaining about all the shit that you done picked out, talking about your chicken dry and that's
the wine.
I know meatballs. I would have done such and such. So you not enjoying it no damn way. You paying for a party, and 9 times out of 10, the person that's complaining ain't bought your ass no gift no damn way.
Right, because I know my cousin had a beautiful wedding in Dallas. But honey, when I tell you it was hot as hell outside, it was hot.
That's because you had on that was you. You bought the heat with that that hot pink fishnet sequin number you had on, honey. That was you. It wasn't even hot outside. You bought all that heat by yourself.
Okay, let's see what Ashanti Portis says. She says, I'm married, and best believe I'm not worried he fucked up. The same smile I use when I walk down the aisle is the same smile I use when I walk his ass out the door. You'll never nobody disturb your peace. My love and honor comes with all stipulations.
I ain't mad at you, Shanti. And the thing is, marriage is for, if you want to be married, hey, my hat's off to you. I just realized that I'm good.
You know, I'm not saying that I would ever. I'm not saying that marriage is off the table again for me. I'm not
Uh-huh.
saying it's off the table, but I will say this. I'm okay. I'm okay with companionship, you
Yeah.
know, and that's what I want to talk to this seeking matrimony person. Baby, if you're just looking for putting this
If
dress
it
on,
ain't broke, don't
walking
fix
on
it.
this, walking down the aisle, that's not what marriage is really about.
Mm.
That's not what it's about. And so if you desire just that, have have yourself a companion party. Meaning to where y'all can do all this to where y'all are in this, y'all are a committing party and say that you're committing to one another and call it a day. You ain't
Yeah.
got to do all this other stuff to to um to have this thing because
You don't need marriage to validate your
you
relationship.
don't because you're
If you
saying that you
are
want everything
committed to
to
each other and love each other and treat each other well, just go
right.
with it.
You already said that you have everything. You love spending your time. You don't want to throw these 2 years away. You're good. You're enjoying it. So enjoy what you have. And
Hmm.
if you desire the ring, honey, let him get you a ring. Tell him you want a ring. But then you ain't got to go out and spend all this money. That's thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on a wedding, to prove your love to everybody else, because that's really what a marriage is. When you have
Yeah.
a wedding, it's really to show to everybody else that you're committed to this person. It's really not
Hmm.
for you. It's for those people that you invite to witness what you are saying, that you will be together for the rest of your lives. That's all a wedding is. And it's the part of you, you already gave yourself away, honey. Let's be
Hmm.
honest. You gave yourself
Yeah.
already away. You don't need nobody to walk you down the aisle and say, who gives this woman away? Because you gave yourself away when you laid
They
down.
might give your ass back, but it's all right.
Right.
Just go give it to somebody else.
When you laid down, you said, who give this woman away? I gave myself away. I don't need nobody to give me away. I give myself away. When you laid down in that bed, you gave yourself away. So you don't have to walk down the aisle and have nobody say, I give this woman away or this man away to have a wedding. That's not what that's
Yeah.
about. It's just about showing everybody else what it is you
Hmm.
say you call a committed relationship. You don't
Yeah.
have to do that. If he don't want it, you ain't got to have it. And if you want it that bad, maybe consider going to the courthouse.
Well, he don't want to get married. So just my thing is, it's the person said it's good. Everything is great. If it ain't broke, leave it alone. Don't fix it.
I told her to get, and don't worry about how old you are.
Shoot.
Age ain't, I mean, marriage ain't about no number. That's something that we teach people as growing up. You need to be married by this age, and because you ain't got no husband, something must be wrong with you, and you're not carrying yourself right. And that ain't what that means, baby. That just
Nope.
means that you found love a little bit later, and these other hoes, I mean, these other people,
You had it right.
these other people ran to the first thing that they got. That's the reason why they've been divorced 2 and 3 times, and they don't understand
Hmm.
why, because they didn't wait like you waited to find true love. Now, I said it, and I won't repeat it. I
And
know.
I'm honestly, and I'm a piggyback on that. And I can be, I'm woman enough to say that in my first marriage, because I was young and I was coming out of, I'm no stranger. I've talked about it on the show that I was abused early on and like sexually abused early on, and it does a number on your head. So for me, marriage was validation that somebody chose me.
D
And
say,
it wasn't, and once I said, oh, I don't like this shit here. I don't want to throw me back into the water. I don't like this.
you
Because
know,
it wasn't healthy. It wasn't good. And granted, he was a good guy. We're
mhm,
friends to this day, but it was not, it was a toxic situation. So
yes,
for me, and see, I'm woman enough to say it. A lot of women, they're not gonna say it, but they seeking validation
mhm,
with getting married. And you have to learn to be okay with you.
Mimi, it's not just women though, but men do it too.
I mean, I'm only speaking to the women because I am a woman. But you're absolutely right. I mean, the whole situation is about validation, and I need folks to learn how to be okay with you. Period. Because when you okay with you, you ain't worried about nobody else.
I got married because I didn't want to be gay no more.
You want to be delivered.
I wanted to be delivered. You know, and that was what the church taught me. You know, that I needed a woman.
Child, we ain't gonna get on them church folks. You know how I feel about them. Every time I hear about that, I think about that little boy that was on in the front of the church denouncing his gayness, child. He was the gayest thing I ever seen in my entire life.
And still is. But you know, when I was talking about men, a lot of times men will go out and get a wife because they don't want to be labeled as gay. You know, you don't find too many men that are single that's not a playboy, or they don't want to be labeled as a playboy or anything. So you find these men that will just go out and just marry a woman whenever they're living a DL life, or they just don't want to be married. And that's the reason why when they get in these marriages, they treat women so bad. That's the reason why they beat y'all ass. That's the reason why, and not just y'all, but us. They beat everybody's ass. They beat everybody's ass because they don't want to be there. And
because they can't be who they are.
And they fight and they mad, and they not really mad at you, but you just happen to be in the way of getting to where they
situation. Yeah, oh, their happiness. Yeah.
Yes. So stop that, baby, and don't look at being married. Your
relationship is good because you said it in the thing in the letter. Just go with it.
Just go with it. Saj said, "I'm sorry." What? Laugh out loud. Yes, I said it, Saj. They whooping ass because they don't want to be married, but they was forced into marriage because they didn't want to be labeled as being gay or a playboy. So families on the outside, when you gonna get me a grandbaby? Or when we gonna get a girl coming through here? So they feel obligated to go off and marry people. And so then they start whooping ass at home because they really don't want to be there. It is wrong, D. It is so wrong, and it's deceitful. However, it happens every day. It happens every day. I know people that have been forced into marriages and are still in marriages and unhappy as hell because they don't want to offend somebody, or they don't want to hurt their mama. My mama thought that I should be married. My mama love her. My mama want me to be with her, so I'm gonna stay with her, you know, but I can't stand this bitch. That's what they say in that. That's what they tell us. I don't want to be with her.
Child, I'm glad that I was never afraid to disappoint my parents. I wasn't afraid. I said it's all right. I ain't doing what they want me to do. They gonna love me. They get over it.
You know, I'm one of those people. I didn't want to disappoint. I didn't want to disappoint my mother, and I didn't want to disappoint the church. But that's not my issue. But I got to a point now to where it is what it is. Girl. Yeah. You know, listen, Mama. Yeah, and I tell my mom all the time, Mom, you know, it is what it is. You know, oh well, it is what it is. But seeking matrimony, let that go. It ain't about getting married. It's about being in relationship.
Being happy. You happy? Just go with it.
Yeah, be in relationship and enjoy what you have. I guarantee you, marriage might change it for you.
You know how many times I done seen people that's been together for like 25 years and people pressure them to get married, and then they get married and the marriage lasts less than 6 months. But they done been together for 25 years. Happy.
Wait. Ashanti says, I don't think I'm allowed back in my church. No bar. Some of these church folks say everything about what you do against, but they said nothing about Sister Mary sleeping with the deacon. I was told to leave, laugh out loud. I'm just saying, they throw too many stones for me. You know what?
Me and you can hang out, Ashanti. We can swap some stories. Because I said in a minute, church folk full of shit. If the shoe fit, wear it. If it don't, say ouch and take it off.
Ouch. And take it off. All right. So this next letter says, tonight is the night. Dear Montee and Mimi, so listen, I was watching your show a few weeks ago, and one of your letters really hit home for me. Have a dilemma, and I'm hoping you can help me out with it. See, I've been dating this guy for about 2 months, and he finally told me he's ready to have sex. I usually would wait 2 months I wouldn't wait 2 months to have sex with someone I'm in a relationship or whatever with. But this guy is special. But before we take it there, he wants us to get tested together. Unfortunately, I just got my test results back, and apparently I have syphilis. Of course, I'm going to get treatment, but I'm obligated to tell. But am I obligated to tell this guy? As long as I put off having sex, take antibiotics, and get better, does he have to know? By the way, his test came back clean. Sincerely, what he don't know won't hurt him.
Well, what I'm gonna say is this: get treatment. Wait the recommended time. Make sure you take all your medication. Go get tested again. Then, y'all do whatever y'all gonna do. But I mean, unfortunately, it's not his business if he don't have nothing to get.
So
That's up to him. That's totally on you.
I'm going to say this to you. And the reason why I'm going to say this to you is because I had a physical yesterday. And I went to the doctor. And so my doctor, and a lot of people don't know this about men, but because I was telling my girlfriend Kim about it. And I was like, girl, I had an anal pap smear. And she was like, what? What is that? And I was just like, yeah, they do those, yeah.
Is that just for the gays? Or is everybody supposed to have that? I'm just asking. I'm gonna ask.
Not. So I'm gonna tell you this. This is just me educating you. Like my doctors educated me. This is not something that just gay men should have, but all men should have this. And the reason why is because syphilis can be passed through your mouth. So if a person is eating your ass or sucking your dick and they have syphilis or gonorrhea in their mouth, they can transfer it in your ass and to your dick.
Well, I don't eat ass. That's a good reason to not suck no dick.
So my doctor, and I have one done every year. And so I just didn't get this when I got separated from my husband. My husband was the one that taught me that I needed to have it done. And so
I had no idea it was such a thing.
It is such a thing. And so the very first time I had one, I felt like, I was just like, oh my God.
You felt like he owed you dinner.
I did. But the thing about it was it helped me because at one point in time, I was a cancer scare. They thought that I had cancer.
Yeah.
And that was the way that they found it. They found something, but it wasn't cancerous. But that was the only way that they found it was through the anal pap smear that I had. Okay. And so my thing is, I recommend that men get it. Now, men are not going to want to talk about it because most straight men are going to say, oh, that should make you gay. Or that's for them gay people. It's not. It's not. Because even while he was doing what he did, he felt my prostrate and he was just like, okay, so it's small like it needs to be. So that's just part of being healthy. So I'm saying that to say to this person, you should tell this person. And I'm a strong believer. And the reason why I say that you should tell this person just because perhaps that you've kissed him and because you have syphilis, just because his test came back.
You think about that. Well, yeah.
Just because his test came back negative now, you don't want a scare to happen later on and it come back and it haunts you. And then say, for instance, you give it to him and then he turns around and you get your antibiotics and then he passes it back to you and you don't know why you got it now. Now you mad at him because he gave it to you. But in all actuality, you started it. Now, what this may do is it may end your relationship. However, it's a lot.
I'm gonna tell you, that's what I'm about to say, Chad. Just go on, tell them and get your treatment and go on, get on back out there and be somebody else, Chad.
Right. You only been with them 2 months. You ain't gonna lose nothing. It's okay. I would rather you be safe than sorry. So yes, I do believe that you should tell this person. I do believe that you should have an open and honest conversation with them. And then what you can tell him is, now, if you don't want him to know that you're dealing with the issue now, what you can say, it said, I had it before. I had it
That's,
before.
that's still being a little deceptive.
It is still being a little deceptive, but my thing is, at least you're putting it out there, so he can still make that decision. You don't
That's
want.
what I would do.
What would you do, Mimi?
I say, have you got it? Have you had a anal pap smear? Or have that? I would just throw it out there. Have you had that? Because I think, yeah, I done heard this. Yeah, because all these things can be passed. People can give it to you orally and all that kind. So that way you could say it,
Mhm.
put it out there without,
Yeah.
putting your situation out there.
It is very important. And that's why I always tell people you should wrap it up. I said it last week, and my friend, her name is Betty. She's 60, I think Betty's 66, 67. Betty called me and she said, "Mom, how you say it about treat your coochie and your ding-a-ling?" I said, I said, Betty, I said, so I say that you treat your coochie and a dick like it's corona, like they got corona. Wrap it up, put a mask on it. And that's just how I believe you have to protect yourself. It is very, very important. And
Just keep it to yourself.
and then having these open conversations with my doctor, and he's always educating me and telling me, okay, Lamont, so this is, and the first thing he asked, and it may be a gay thing, so have you been using your body parts? Well, what you talking about? The very first time he asked me that years ago, because I've been with this doctor for about 6 years, and the very first thing when he asked me that, so are you using all your body parts? And I was just like, what do you mean? He said, are you using your mouth, your front, and your back? And I was just like, yeah, I use them. Okay, so we need to test all of them. And that's what he does.
Yeah, okay, that's hey.
He going in every hole. I mean, because his thing is,
Yeah.
he'd much rather me be protected. And so I encourage anybody, if you are engaging, listen to me, and you ain't got to be ashamed of this. You ain't got to acknowledge it. You ain't got to say you did it. Or nothing. But I'm telling you, if you have let anybody venture anywhere on your body with their mouth or any other part of them, get tested in that area. Right now, there's a syphilis outbreak all over the world. All over the world. Do you know that the penicillin is on back order now because of syphilis?
Being vanilla ain't too bad, is it? Nope. For y'all that don't understand what I just said, you have to purchase the book.
Read the book. I mean, and I just want people to know. So this person right here, I think you need to have that conversation.
Or if you're not, if you funny about the conversation, have this conversation. Have you heard? I just heard such and such and such and such. That this can be passed orally, and we need to not only get the blood test, but we need to go and have these other procedures done.
Yeah, get swabbed.
Yeah, that way, you protecting, all parties involved, and you can probably have you a nice clean slate.
And the thing about it is, more men nowadays are getting their ass ate than they used to, or they were.
By other men. It's not by me.
It's by women.
Not me.
It may not be by you, but women
Vanilla.
are. Vanilla, how you doing? How you doing? But people are doing it, so I'm telling y'all, get tested, and have that conversation. Have that conversation.
What's the next letter?
It says, "Old mean ass." Dear Montee and Mimi, so here I go. I'm currently a member of an all-inclusive church. Well, let me be clear. They don't advertise being inclusive, but half their choir is gay. Most of the congregation is gay, and we have a lot of gay visitors. My issue is with the church mother. She is super saved and very judgmental. Every chance she gets, she jumps on the mic. This old buzzard is always addressing the sissies and those that want to be men. My issue is the pastor. Now, his ass don't say shit to his mama. And when all in fact, if it wasn't for the gays paying tithes to the church, they would have shut this mother down a long time ago.
That's all the churches.
Now, while she's speaking, he looks down, and once she's finished, then his ass jump on the mic and say, well, praise the Lord and shit like that. Now, the gays are tired of supporting this shit and this church. What do we do at this point? I want to catch this hoe outside and read her ass, but I was raised better than that. And she's walking a thin line. Sign, help me tell her old ass off in a good way.
You just tell her. And if you don't like it, then leave. This ain't that hard. I don't even think they need to write no letter about this. I don't know why is it so hard for people to say what it is that they are really thinking. You know how to cuss people without cussing them out.
So this is
you know how to use your words.
So this is the thing. I think that sometimes that we, like this person said, I was raised better than that. I think that, most church goers, I know I was raised, I can only speak about me. I was raised that when you're in the church, you respect the church mother, you respect the people at the church, and the church mother, she don't know no better, she old and she just say anything and all this and that.
And that's when you got to go to that bitch and say, look, you about to meet Jesus soon. You need to get it together. If you want a chance of getting in there, bring it in, mother. Bring it in.
Bring it in, mother.
Yeah. She gonna meet Jesus any minute. Like she could just literally wake up and just get out the bed and just die right there. Get it together, man. That's when you need to say something.
So my issue with this is the pastor.
That's his mama. He don't look. It's a lot of people that can't stand up to their mama.
It is a lot of people.
I'm not one, but it's a lot of people that can't.
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
And you can do it respectfully. Now, I'm not going to disrespect my mama, but I'll tell them when she's wrong.
Yeah, I'll tell her when she's wrong. But the thing about it is, I think with this situation here, I blame the pastor. I don't blame the church mother. I blame the pastor because for him allowing her to grab the mic and get up there and talk about sissies and those that want to be men, that's a problem. And what she's talking about is lesbians. I guess she's talking about.
Everybody, a lot of people on here got a black mama. You can't tell when you got a black mama gonna do what she want to do.
She is.
Yeah, so you can't stop her, but you can after she finished talking, may I have the microphone, please, and then you make your own announcement.
You can, so that's why I said I blame the pastor. I think that some things you should not allow to happen. And if you know that half your congregation is gay, half your choir is gay, and half the visitors that you bring to the church is gay, then
he's probably gay and his mama mad.
Is that what it is, Mimi?
Let me tell you something. When 85% of your congregation is gay, you look at the head. Period. Am I lying?
I don't know, Mimi. That's
okay. Yeah, well, I don't know of no congregations that is that many gays and the head is all the way straight. I don't know of any. And I don't know of any church with a good choir that the choir is not gay.
Facts are facts, is Jason.
Here's what it is. And I'm going to tell you right now, don't invite me to your church if your choir director and not at least half the choir is gay. If they not, I'm not coming.
If they not gay, you're not coming?
No, because the music is going to be horrible.
My Lord.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say this. There is a way to get the church mother together. There is a way.
I would designate myself.
I would designate myself, and I would tell her, and I would give her scripture, and I would say the Bible says.
I ain't give a scripture. I'm gonna lead with this, ma'am. You gonna die real soon. You gonna meet Jesus soon, sooner than later. You need to get it together. Stop being so damn judgmental. Period. God will use anybody. He will use anything. And it's gonna be gay people in heaven. So if you don't want to be around us, you keep acting the way you do. And you can go down. That's all. Be blessed.
Amen. We're gonna move on to
Mhm.
our next letter. Mimi said that be blessed. So we're going to say that that's the end of that letter. This is our last letter of tonight, Mimi.
All right.
It says, "My bae was pussy popping." Mm.
Child, that's right there. But damn, I had to say it because I wanted to drink. So let me, yeah.
Okay, take a drink. I need a drink too. I can't stop coughing.
Mm.
All right. Dear Monty and Mimi, I've been seeing this woman for about a year now, and everything was going great. But a few days ago, she told me about something that has got me really questioning a future with her. She told me that 3 years ago, she and her boyfriend at the time made a sex video, and the video was somewhere online now. I played it cool when she told me. I thought to myself, I can deal with this. But in all actuality, I'm kind of freaking out. The other day, I was scrolling on Twitter, and what do I see? My babe was doing all kinds of tricks in this video. I mean, she was doing things we ain't never done. Now I'm feeling some kind of way because the video is out there for everybody to see. I'm trying to deal with it, but it's hard. I feel like my ego is crushed a little. How would you guys handle this? Sincerely, damn, Gina. That's what it's.
Sir, I need you to have several seats. Period. Everybody has a past. Everybody. She ain't in no pornos. She wasn't getting paid. She wasn't on the street selling it. This was a relationship with somebody that I'm sure she trusted enough that they made a video, and however it got out. I need him to check his ego. That it's not that serious.
It's not that serious for you?
No. See, remember a few shows ago when I told you that that's why women don't get their body count
Mhm.
because of men's egos.
You did say that.
And that anytime a man asks how many, the max number is 4.
You said 3.
3, 4, whatever. That's a respectable number to a lot of dudes now. These women, the way they fucking and sucking, they done way more than 4 people. Okay.
How many?
But
Mimi?
and I'm none of your damn business. We're not talking about me. 4.
4.
But the thing is, everybody's had a past. And women are way more sexual than men. But because we're taught, we are. Let me tell you something. If we were able to be as free as you all were, honey, we would put y'all to shame.
Wow.
Yes. But because we're taught, gotta keep your knees together. You can't be too loose, because ain't nobody gonna want to marry you if you done had too many men, and even though they done slept with half the damn county,
Mm.
but it's okay. I even saw some sickening mess on Facebook about they were talking about this character on The Shy that because her boyfriend used to cheat on her all the time and they got married, and so she got tired of him cheating, so she decided they was going to do an open relationship, and he couldn't handle it, and it was a girl in the thread, and I said she just lost and confused. She was like, well, it's not the same for because men they do it, but men have to enter into us. I'm like, what's the difference? It's still entering. Somebody going up in somewhere. Somebody catching and somebody giving. That's how it goes. So it's really no different, sir. It's just your ego. So you need to check that because you have not been the first. Hopefully you'll be the last, but the way you acting, you ain't gonna be the last.
So my thing is let me ask you a question, Mimi. You got some videos out there?
No, I ain't got no damn videos.
You never let nobody make a video of you?
Nope.
You ain't?
It's probably good because if I had, like, if my body was the way I wanted it, I probably would have been. But I'm so vain because it wasn't no way for me to look skinny. You know.
Listen, I know that so first of all, we have to wonder, how did the video get out there? More than likely the dude posted it.
Might have been revenge porn. Yeah, he might have posted it, man.
But I had a conversation with a friend, and she said that she snapped a picture of her dude after they had sex and he had passed out, and she took a picture of his thing. So she said if he ever pissed her off, she was gonna post it online. And I was like, you did that? And she was like, yeah. I mean, but I know people that do stuff like that. I mean, and there's, I mean, if that works for you, that works for you. But I will say this.
It shouldn't work for no damn body, because that's, to me, when you start to take pictures and you know, you footage, that's personal. And it should stay personal. I'm just saying.
Some people like pictures and videos and audios and
yeah, but that situation right there, what you was just saying, she was scared if you make her mad. Now, if both parties want to put it out there, because there's a lot of amateur porn out there that I'm sure everybody's consenting. You know, some people are into that. Hey, that's just not my thing. But I'm not gonna knock nobody for doing it, because some people are that, you know, some people get off on that. I don't get off on that.
Have you sent some pictures that you shouldn't have seen?
I have not.
That you regret sending?
Nope.
You have never sent a picture?
I have not, and I won't. And because I got sons, and I said one day I'm gonna have kids, and I don't ever want my kids to be surfing the internet and see me, you know, doing some old nasty shit. No, I'm not doing that again.
Do it again, Mimi. Do it again. Do it again. How you do it? How you do it? Do it.
I'm not. Yeah, we're not doing
that. That's your first. That's the first one. Once you stop, you can't. Once you start, you can't.
Oh, it's all right. They can put this out, because that was just for you know, that was just for what purposes? Demonstration.
Demonstration.
Yeah, demonstration. Exactly.
That was a demo. Yeah. So for this dude right here, I get it. Your ego's crushed, like Mimi said. And so the thing about it is, she had a past, dude. Now, what I would encourage you to do is say, babe, that stuff you was doing in that video, why you don't ever do this? And you can have that conversation with her.
That's the only conversation he can have.
Yeah, you can say, I want that. Can you do that? Let me see how that is, or whatever. You can do that. But as far as judging her, dude, you can't judge her. Everybody got a pass, and your ego should not be crushed.
Yeah.
Now, the thing I'm gonna ask you, why was you on Twitter looking for it? You wanted to see. And so oftentimes the word still runs true. If you go looking for it, you're gonna find it.
Find something you don't want. You ain't lying.
You're not gonna like it. So stop looking. And so at least she told you. My thing is, you can ask her to show you, ask her to show you what she did in the video. Maybe you can experience that. And then if all else fails, if you feel in some type of way, make your own video. I'm not telling you to post it, but I am telling you, since you know that she's willing to be videographed and that she's willing to make videos, make your own. Start your own home collection. Do something like that. Create your own moments with her, but stop judging her for what she did in her past. Yeah. It don't matter that she was popping up there or not. Maybe you're not. And so maybe really the issue lies within you. Maybe you have. He
was feeling some kind of way about how I was getting hit. That's what that was.
You're right. And so maybe you didn't know it's just that freak that you could bring out. And so maybe you need to find your freaky side and you need to go with it. Yeah. So maybe he's teaching you something in the moment. I mean, stop being like that. Let that go. Move on.
Yeah, I definitely need him to let that go because that is, yeah.
Right.
Everybody has a past.
Right. And she did 3 years ago. Three.
Yeah.
Three. She didn't do it last year. She did it 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So let that go, move on, and make your life, dude.
Yeah.
And it ain't damn, Gina. It's like, come on, Gina. I know what you're capable of doing. So come on, Gina. Let that freak out. Come on, Gina. Let's do this. Come on, Gina. Make it do what it do.
Oh, it's time for you to step your shit up. Hey, it is. It is what it is. Be honest with yourself.
Be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Let it go. And acknowledge that your ego's crushed, dude. You did. Right here. When you wrote the letter, you acknowledged it. So,
child, I need some of these folk to be on here so I could talk to them one-on-one. I mean, to them, however. Yeah.
Well,
I'm serious.
I will say this, Mimi. I enjoyed the show tonight. It was fun. It's always fun seeing you on here. We don't get to hang out because we're both busy. But you know,
but we going to that damn Fogo the Child. I don't care what I got to do.
You don't care.
I can't do it this Saturday because I got a pop-up shop. But we gonna try the Saturday after.
We can do Sunday.
I go to work Sunday night, y'all. You gonna have me full and tired before I go in there and fight them damn people. After Fogo the Child, I want to be in a meat coma and I want to go to sleep and get up late on Sunday morning before I go to work.
Okay, so we're gonna figure it out.
We're gonna pick a Saturday. You got to tell some of your fans, you know, we're gonna do a later date. We're gonna make it. We're gonna do a Friday night or a Saturday.
Let's do a Friday night.
Oh, we can do Friday night. I'm good with that.
Friday night.
Because I don't do nothing early Saturday morning, so that's fine. That'll work.
All right. So listen, hey, we thank you for being with us tonight, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. In the Chair with Montee and Mimi. Listen, we love you. We appreciate you. We thank you for your support. Keep watching us as we wind down on Wednesdays. And remember, damn was
wind up. We give you whatever you need, honey. Whatever
wind down, just
you need. And y'all keep writing them letters, honey, and showing this love. And we're going to give it right back to you.
We're going to give it back to you. We love you.
Yeah.
Ciao, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Good night.
Bye-bye.
I got something to say. I got something to say. We all got something to say. Speak up, stand up, wake up.